Hey folks, welcome back. I need to stop looking like Inspector Gadget first off. Ugh. Oh, I forgot I escaped those, motorics skills penalties by not wearing pants. I really should have kept those inter-isolary trousers. Detective, were you not wearing pants under those the whole time? Kim, you've been in and out of here for 3 days, haven't you? How did you not notice? I'd rather not talk about it. Yeah, me either, apparently. Okay, sure. I still can't believe I never noticed that my tie never woke up. I mean, I believe it, but... nah. Please put a shirt on, Detective. Where's my logic shirt? Is that my logic shirt? No. No. Oh, I hadn't scrolled up enough. The bolo tie looks so bad. That bow tie is too big. My tie is too big. Physical instrument down, though. That's suggestion. I don't know. I don't know what I need right now. This is the part of the game that I know the least. On the bright side, I might be able to go get those fallen pants. Probably not the sneakers. Okay, so how are we doing in here? Still frightening. I do need to get some more Dramamine because it's almost gone. That is louder than I wanted it to be. Okay, let's try this again. Also, our room is put together. I think I commented on that at the other episode. Newly replaced glass, shining in the morning light. You hear traffic outside. Back in the world again. This Stereo 8 player has been reunited with its right speaker. And where I've been staying the past night. Bed's a little nicer now. You could get a good night's sleep here. But no time to rest yet. What about this evil fan? The fan stands still. The switch must be broken because nothing happens. The air in the room is still gross, even now. Look, the door is open. You can walk right into Kim's room. You see gleaming white enamel. No bottles inside. This is new. Or not new, rather. Huh. The alarm is set for 6:50 a.m. These papers bear the stamp of the RCM. They appear to be fragments of the lieutenant's paperwork, half finished. You make out notes on this and other recent cases. I had Gart open the door to your room. He closes the notes. You were running a low bacterial fever the first night. I thought I was dead for a moment. Back there, on the plaza, I think you very nearly had a heart attack. Alcoholism has damaged you more than bullets have. We should go. I am sure neither of us feels solid enough to keep loitering in this room. Let's go. But I want to read your notes, Kim. Medicinal supplies on the cupboard. Mercurochrome, scalpel, antibiotics. What, I can't... Okay, fine. How can I still run? That's a flaw in game mechanic design if I ever saw one. Hey, what? Oh, that leg hurts. Maybe if you don't run, it'll be okay. All right, game. I hear you. It's going to be a very slow episode, though. Pardon me. Things to pay attention to. This room. Looks like she left something on the table. Next to stacks of bills, you see a note. A few lines jotted down in large, uneven handwriting, just as the writer was about to rush out the door. See you at the return. P.S. I didn't kill him. P.P.S. Gift upstairs. A gift? The lieutenant turns to the staircase suspiciously, looking for any sign of another presence in the shadows above. What could this gift be? I am not drawing my gun. Yet. But I don't like gifts. He says he's not, but his hand moves instinctively towards his holster as he studies the note. Just don't walk into another radio trap, okay? Relax, not everyone is out to trap you. Looks like she left in a hurry. It's hardly surprising. Tell me about it. You ever get one of those bottles of water that's just so unwieldily big that handling it is kind of its own problem? That's what that long pause was. The medicine cabinet is empty. Not even a toothbrush. Pity. She really cleaned this out. Mm-hmm. She certainly had her priorities straight when packing. I don't think we really do wish the gift was in there. And even if it was, Kim would take it. Are you still upset? I don't know whatever would give you that idea, Kim. A red thread, made of nylon, that leads out of the room and onto the roof. You see the same two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman. Only now a red thread bisects the room, pointing from the antenna outside to the cupboard on the wall. This is Ballistics. She's left a trajectory for us. The lieutenant tests the thread with his finger. Drawn taut, it rebounds instantly. A ray of backward motion explodes from his mouth to the roof outside, A prime, then widens into a radius of locations. Okay, but where does the thread leave? It suggests the bullet came from the extreme upper quadrant of possible angles, from a point beyond the roof. B prime 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 prime. The island in the bay. She tried to tell us the shot came from there? Unless she thinks the perpetrator was standing on the ring antenna. That is where the thread does seem to point. How did she know how to do this? She was there that night. She would have known precisely where the bullet hole was in the glass. She had a long time to think about it after, too, standing on that roof staring at the glass. It also looks like there may be more to her skill set than we know. The question is, should we trust her? I mean, I don't know, Kim. I just don't know. Indeed, neither do I. I'm gonna think all of those things, because I do. This is her way of saying she's sorry. I find that hard to believe. But at this point, what difference does it make? Of course we don't trust her. I don't know. At this point, what difference does it make? The same line told two different ways. You know, there are ruins on that island, a sunken sea fort. I remember. So there may be something that the shooter could have stood on, could have steadied and mounted a gun on. I don't know. Hey, where's my mute button? Okay, I found it after I coughed. Very useful. But this is also the only point of origin we haven't ruled out yet. So it is. For a second, he seems tired. Kim, what's up? I just haven't gotten a lot of sleep these past few days. He doesn't really believe this will yield anything. Kim, we've exhausted everything else. I think we need to go to the island. The wind blows in from the open window. The lieutenant sighs, looking into the cold distance across the water. He's trying to justify it to himself. The lead is flimsy. You might as well go around Martinez looking under every rock and talking to every person, but what else is there? He sees danger. Another trap, perhaps. He must be cautious for a reason. This man has decades of experience. There. Across the gray water, amidst tumbling. Let's try another drink of water. Amidst crumbling concrete, a birch tree, and the half-sunken ruins of a flak tower. I remember the ruins of an anti-aircraft gun. Could be the makings of a sniper's nest. Why not? Military fortifications are made for that kind of thing. What else is there? Not a lot. No. This is just something we have to do, Kim. I understand. He will. He has it in him. Kim, let's go to the fucking island. Okay, let's go to the fucking island. He takes a second to gather himself, then says, how do we get there? Joyce Messier had her sloop, but she's gone. Lillian had a boat. Ah, yes, of course, at the village. Let's go. Just in case, I did entertain the notion of if we were that suspicious of what was up here, we could have come up through the pinballer nest. But the thread is tied to the antenna. I don't know where else it would have been tied. Wait a second. Okay, I was gonna say, if you're not out there, Kuno, I don't know what the heck you'd be doing out there. Besides, being a new D&D character. The fuck is that supposed to mean? Absolutely nothing, Kuno. Absolutely nothing. Look, just because I'm coming out of Night City doesn't mean you can say shit about me. I mean, it's not like you're gonna stop me. Kuno doesn't fucking care. So you've said. Hey, Gart. I lived.
Oh, you're up. It's good to see you back on your feet. Did you like your room? I cleaned it for you.
I did, thank you. Thank you very much for dealing with me. You're welcome. I thought it would be nice for you to wake up in a clean place after you, let's be fair, defended this establishment and its clientele from gunfire. I give credit where credit is due, and that, sir, was a nice shot. I was watching until you hit him, crawled inside then. Bullets started flying. Anyway. He really wants you to realize that he was also on the balcony looking by, in the danger zone, so to say. I wish you a quick recovery. Also, He raises his finger. You and your partner are staying here free now. This establishment supports cops. The stay, it is free. The drinks are not. Just felt I needed to specify that. Where'd everybody go? Oh, you know. He looks around at the empty place. People don't tend to stick around after shootouts. Turns out, they're not good for business. What happened to the man with the sunglasses? I don't remember everyone who comes here, and many people wear sunglasses inside lately. Must be a fad. So you were right out there, on the balcony when it happened? Yeah, I was, yeah. He nods, trying to remain aloof. That's because I'm a badass. It really took courage. Don't pick at him. Just nod. Stoically. He nods back at you. Even more stoically. Just two badass men nodding. Stoically. They animated Kim! Make that 3. The lieutenant is nodding too, hands crossed. Thank you, Kim. After all that, can you pour me a drink? You know what? It's 10:45. I'm not going to ask that. Klasia nicked the phone line. She's gone now, so it doesn't matter. Why? No, fuck it. I don't want to know. I don't want to know why these degenerates do what they do. I thought we had one good guest in the building. He really doesn't like it being Klasia. You have Lena. Lena's a good customer. Yeah, well, she's not a guest, is she? Anyway, I'll forward that woman her bill and be done with it. Now, was there anything else? If it's later in the day, I am absolutely going to see if you will pour a drink. Hey, you! I got shot! Look, I'm here to kick some ass, chew some bubblegum, and solve a case, and I am all out of gum. Well, here's to you. He raises a glass before taking a sip of his drink. Froth gazing his mouth. Bye-bye, gendarme. Oh, man, Titus. Seeing you approach, the Bruised Man raises his beer in welcome.
Crazy motherfucker. Didn't think you had that fury in you, but I guess I've misjudged a lot of people lately. That was one hell of a shot. Hell of a shot. The fucks did not expect that.
He looks at you with unmistakable respect.
I guess what I'm trying to say here is thank you for intervening, fellas. That was mighty brave of you.
He extends his hand. Shake it. Nod in silence. Now, how can I help you? Titus, I'm sorry about the people. His bruised face stiffens. Theo is old. I think he'd be pretty happy with the way he went. Never could imagine him withering away on a sickbed. But Angus... Angus was just a stupid kid. Didn't realize the mess he'd gotten into. Trusted me. Still, the balls on that kid. Went down fighting for someone else's shit like a fat, angry bear. Here it comes. The last one is the worst one. He only deals with it by drinking copious amounts of 8% beer. An honest tactic. And effective. But I'm biased, aren't I? And Glenn. Glenn was my friend. Best I've ever had. I love that crazy homo like my own brother. He takes a sip of his beer. We're all fucked without him, but what do? This job is shit. That's another example besides Kim. There's nothing else in the game that points at Glenn being gay. And they don't make a thing like he is a gay guy that also happens to be a character. He is a fully fleshed character. And he happens to be gay, and it's mentioned once, and that's it. I love it. What about Shanky? Dennis, you saw him run. He's a mean little shit and I never trusted him. He better run real fast now. Real fast. Titus makes no attempt to hide his disgust. Grief-stricken anger boils in him. So, I actually knew that was going to make Shanky run. I thought that was going to be a better outcome, but this is some of this dialogue I've never seen before, so that's interesting. They were good people. They fought for this town. I'm sorry it went like that. Yeah, well, memento mori, right? Memento mori, or remember that you must die, is a slogan various religious orders have thrown around since the dawn of mankind to emphasize the vanity of earthly life and the transient nature of all earthly pursuits. In essence, it means one should live virtuously in this life to live better in the afterlife. What does that mean to you, Titus? It means you might die tomorrow, so live every day like it's your last. Ain't that right, fellas? Absolutely. Today I'm gonna get drunk, eat good food, and bet a good-looking girl. 'Cause tonight tomorrow a motor carriage might run me over. Or you might die of a heart failure. Or syphilis. Hey, fuck you for ruining a beautiful idea. What's gonna happen to the Hardy Boys now? First, we're gonna find Dennis. I'm going to find Dennis. I'm gonna find him, and I'm gonna kill him. The tone of the statement is so matter-of-fact. It's as if he were just talking about picking up the paper on his daily walk around the block. That's not gonna bring back, We're hunting that rat down. Let it be known what happens to cowards. And then, he thinks for a moment, I guess I'll take a closer look at our union members. There's bound to be some ambitious fellows there who'd love nothing more than advancing social democracy by busting some heads. Might even ask Tibbs if he's tired of replacing windows and maybe wants to have some fun with his brother. Anyway, don't you worry. As long as Titus Hardy is standing, there will be Hardy Boys. He's right. The numbers are replaceable. In an organization of thousands of men, there are plenty who would join. Do we get anything different by saying, hey, your guy, your responsibility? Do what you feel is right. Kim, of course, shakes his head. I don't blame you, Kim. I'm just not going to intervene. He says nothing. Go ahead, then. Maybe they'll only break his legs. Do you know what happened to Klaasje? Don't know, don't care. I'll be glad if I never see that fucking woman again. Even after all that hell, he's still bitter about her? Titus, you really liked her, didn't you? Nope. He did. Alright, I got it. He nods and takes another sip of whiskey. His clenched jaw says otherwise. If anything, it's just another score for him to settle. One day. He'll have to wait for now. Hey, do you have any leads? Judging by the sight of you, I'd suggest crawling into bed with a bottle of whiskey in one hand and a big tit in the other. Yeah, go pay Monica a visit in Jamrock. She's got a knack for making men forget about all their worries. Biggest pair of milkers in all of Revachol. Hell, you both look like you could use some feminine company right now. Thank you for your advice, Yuji. And you too, Ellen. I do appreciate always a good use of the expression milkers. It sincerely amuses him how hard these guys typecast themselves. You're welcome, Binoclard. You're all right in my book. Titus's response is completely unironic. I don't know what else I expected. Hey. So long, folks. Be good so I don't have to come back here again. Take care, coppers, he says with a warm smile. You two look after yourselves now. Death passed on you today, but men don't get that lucky twice. He nods to you and then the lieutenant. Capo Loco and the normal cop, I guess. Good luck in Jamrock. Scars make the best tattoos, they say. Thanks for getting involved, guys. Not a lot of cops would step in that line of fire. But you did. And if you ever feel like the uniform is holding you back, I got a few vacancies. You'd make one Hardy boy, Copper. And Titus Hardy himself would make a good officer. That man was born to lead. Hey, think about it, Titus. We could use a sergeant. Hey, I will think about it, Capo. That's a promise. Now scoot, because the Hardy boys got some morning and drinking to do. Take it easy on the drink. The danger has not passed. This town needs you on your feet. Good point, Binaclard. He looks at his beer. We'll keep the vol under 12% tonight.
Hey, it's you again. I've been thinking about it, and you know what? We're both cops. This city is big enough for 2 cops. Okay, 3 cops. Me, you, and your little friend here.
Yes?
I got nothing. All right, Money Man, have you got anything new and interesting? Nope. How can a bar be out of vermouth? I don't know. Oh, hello. Bonjour, je serai. De retour. Redito. One day I'll return to your side. I was close. The graffiti has been painted over the traces of the fight that took place here. It smells of blood and heavy fuel oil. This was Cindy the Skull. Looks like she found the words for her masterpiece. The lieutenant crouches, touching the fuel oil with his finger. Looks like it, yes. This is still fresh. It was not here yesterday. The return. The return? Does this have anything to do with the return Katarzyna is waiting for? Could be. In Ravishore West, someone somewhere is always whispering about Le Retour. He squints his eyes at the writing. It's an aerograffito meant for coalition aerostatics in the lower troposphere. The return to her side. The return of light. I smell heavy fuel oil and blood. Some of it is even yours. Isn't that flammable? The fuel oil catches fire immediately with an ominous hiss. A bright orange flash across the surface of the letters. Black smoke rises from the burning message. What if the words are not directed at the people of Martinaise? Or even the coalition aerostatics above the city? They're meant for something above even those. God, I'm on my way. Lieutenant has taken a small step back. He looks at your face illuminated by the flames and nods silently. Then the fire falters. The flames warmed him too. Not at all in a bad way. Let's go to that island. Slowly the flames subside, the fuel burning out. The air still smells of mezut and springtime. I can't get much more poetic than that. Here I am running anyway. Inside, you see things. Hey, Precinct 57, we've been attacked. I repeat, Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi and... Hello?
No reply. Only the mindless drone is static, crawling through the air.
It's been this way for a while now. My guess is the Union is listening in on our conversations and jamming outward communications to protect themselves from Colonel. It only happens when someone mentions the attack. The rest is unaffected. Our best bet is to carry on like nothing happened. That is, if we don't want us cut off the grid completely. Isn't that dangerous? No more dangerous than stepping between 3 armed mercenaries and 8 Union men. I hope. He glances over his shoulder. I don't like it either, but that's the way it is. The streets seem safe enough to me. If anything, taking the mercs out made things calmer. For now. He flicks off the radio. Silence. You can try calling again. Just don't mention the tribunal. And remember, they are listening in. They're shutting you up, silencing you. Don't fucking drop your guard. Everything sounds okay. No drumbeat of total war yet. If anything, everything sounds too okay. Jules, I've heard some people think of me as on La Puta Madre's payroll. Do you think I'm a peone? 10-4, sir. There's a pause. He seems to mull it over behind his enormous radio microphone. Well, there's been some talk, sir. He finally says, reluctantly. What does it mean there's been some talk? Do they think I'm corrupt or not? I only meant that there's been some talk in the station, that's all. But there's always some talk in the station. You know how officers in Jamrock are. But then again, some of us truly are on the take. It's unfortunate. Over. 10-10. Over. Roger that. 10-10. Over and out. I guess we aren't. Really, though, we are too erratic to be on someone's payroll, to be doing them favors. Aw, I don't get to yell things at him. Okay, good. I didn't know if I could still get in here. That's not what I wanted. It's cheaper on the island, so I'm gonna leave that. Pardon me. Too sudden to have any use for the mute button. I have no bottles, and I haven't even held the bag in a while. I guess I could have checked the underneath of the Feld building, but that seems a little fruitless. And honestly, if there is some there, I'm almost going to be disappointed. It's very different now. Mañana! Mi hombre. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué tal? The boyadero stares at you with respect, then gestures towards the trickles of blood adorning your clothes. Danger comes with a lifestyle, right? There are types of danger. The one I'm usually concerned with is lung cancer or getting mauled by wildlife, not bullets. It calls back to an older era where this was commonplace, though. You have a true boyadero heart. So where is everybody? Hiding, gathering themselves. The harbor's in full lockdown, friend. No getting in or out, for the time being. What does the time being have to do with this? Okay? Sorry, you can't help me get inside? No, man, not today. Today, it's war outside. He says it matter-of-factly, like it's no big deal. What's gonna happen next? Time will tell. I'll tell Everard you stopped by. I'm sure he'll be glad. He gives you a small wink. What will you be doing now? I'll be okay here doing lookout. He surveys the red flags draped from the harbor gates. Quite the sight, aren't they? Getting to like that, Red, I am. Don't worry about me. I live to alleviate the worries of our brothers. See if any other insane killers turn up. Then I'll run. And leave. Try not to get shot, eh? I'm sure I'll be luckier than you, friend. His grin is as wide as a desert. So that must mean that this is locked. And that this does nothing. I still cannot believe that you spin-kicked that man into oblivion. Gonna be entirely honest with you, Kim. I don't believe it either. How did you pull it off? Have you ever heard of the Matrix, Kim? Oh god, not again. What about the Pale Driver? I'm trying to think of the people that are still around, or at least might still be here. You know what? You know what? Okay, do we get any special things for this now that Ruby's gone? Does not seem to be. Wait, this actress really does look a lot like Klaasje. She might have been right about Ruby after all. This. Ah, yes, we already had that. Nope, not that. I hit the wrong thing. This was still highlighted like I've never seen it before. Despite the cold, figures move about, cloaked in the shadow, their breath escaping in white clouds that fade into the darkness. Maybe I didn't have that much shivers when I last looked at this. Wherever you look, the night gives cover to her messengers. Where are they going? They travel from Eminent Domain. Wait, Eminent Domain is a real place? That's a sad joke. It is. Eminent Domain to Perdition and onto the main, over the River Esperance, on Route 881 to the Old South. The exit ramp is supposed to be shut down, but there's much activity. The road spreads like the tentacles of a great octopus. Looks like the smugglers have infiltrated the road network belonging to the East Motor Tract. Okay. So nothing new with that. My sudden realization was, if somebody, hear me out, if somebody shot Lely from that far away, why wouldn't they have also shot the king? Maybe it's connected to the murder. Lieutenant, if we connect every bullet hole in Martinet to the murder, we'll get an overwhelming amount of loose threads. But then again, our guy was shot, and that hole would be recent. It's not completely tangential, at least worth noting down. I wouldn't hold my breath, though. We'll see. Target practice? Why not? What this shows us is guns aren't too uncommon here. And people still shoot them. Sometimes. At kings. No kings, no statues. Only cops. Okay. Pale driver's gone. Hope she's doing alright. No, he's not. He's not, because I definitely would have told him those magic words. Again. Was the pale driver this way instead? I didn't think so. Look, you keep playing that melody, I'm never gonna get a video.
Almost, kind of, sort of alive.
Hurts like hell, man. Man, what a day. I missed out on most of the action. I heard it was quite the encounter. Had a strong sense of finality to it. He nods thoughtfully. So what's next? You guys heading back to Jamrock now? Talk is, Union muscle, locals were behind it all. I'd reckon the case is closed, even if it kind of turned into a shit show. Tommy, is that the accent you used earlier in this series? Hell no. But the guy doing the videos can't seem to remember. Yeah. It wasn't. I can't comment on that, can I? I'm still looking around, loose threads to tie up. Good luck with that, my man. Ain't easy being you, but hey, you're still breathing, right? Hey, I met Ruby. Oh, okay. He seems a little apprehensive. The lieutenant throws you a quick glance. What are you doing? I didn't know that was where this was going to go. Well, I'm already down this road. I got to do it. Hey, she didn't do it. She didn't kill him. She's still running a drug ring, but she didn't kill him. So I let her go. Whoa. Good on her. And good on you too, my man. That's merciful. Downright merciful. You cops keep exercising that muscle, and people will be more willing to cooperate, you know? He's clearly relieved. All right, that's enough sharing details about the investigation for one day. That's all. See you, Tommy. Kim, do you at least understand why I thought that was important? I do. I do not agree, but I do not need to agree. Kuno, if those fallen pants have reaction speed, I'm gonna be so mad that I didn't buy them.
Everyone says you started crying in the middle of a firefight and then bled like a pig. I guess that was cool.
Who's saying that? People, they say you kind of died for a moment, that you let your shit out already, but then came back. So I guess that's what's cool now. Just don't think because you got half your dick shut off and you're an invalid now, Kuno's gonna treat you different. Kuno doesn't reward weakness, he says, looking at your pathetic limp. It's business as usual, Kuno. Kuno's cold like that. Feels good for some reason. Okay, these were savoir-faire, so I'm not that sad about missing out on them now. But there's still pants that don't give me a minus. Kuno unzips his jacket again and pulls out the pants out of the plastic wrapping. Here, pig, we fall now. Performance buddies. Kuno can already see you soaring through the air like a fucking eagle. Pig's in Kuno's debt now. Money debt. He looks at you with pride. Money debt doesn't mean anything. He's just saying words. You're not in his debt. Of course I'm not. I paid him. Alright, I'm out. Watch out, pig. It's a dangerous world out there, but Kuno's got his eyes on you. What's that supposed to mean? Kuno starts doing the I got my eye on you gesture repeatedly. Who knows? Not you, clearly. Entry-level Fallen modular track pants. Meant to get the urban athlete started down the Fallen path. Labels say hydrophobic, 100%. Symantec. Huh. And Fallen Mirova Lab, creating an air of pseudo-scientific mystery around these pants. They feel rubbery and futuristic to touch. +1 savoir-faire, spacious crotch, liquid fit. +1 fizz instrument, performance. Unlimited. But I never did get any like running shoes. That's so bad. Alright, it's Han Solo season. No, not right now. Like, if I had the sneakers, I would put on the full Fallen outfit. I'm bored of Kuno! Does your dialogue change?
I'll die before I squeal.
Nope. Hey. I wonder... I'm not going to start a new game to find out, but if anybody else has left the police cloak on that railing for the entire game, can you let me know if they planned for that? If you can't just go up the trapdoor here and climb out, and then do the jump to retrieve the cloak, and then end up where you're not supposed to be? I will probably try it in my off time, but that's going to be so far away. So far away. Now, if they had been thinking, they might have had some rubble come across, break this area up. I say if they had been thinking. They planned for a lot during this game. And here I am, seeing if I can come up with a reason to break it. The answer is a firm maybe. That's some weird shadow play there. It's not necessarily wrong, just weird. Okay, so... that's not gonna work. I can still hear all the locusts. Ugh. I kinda wonder if I can get into the harbor that way. But I would have to replay 80% of this game to find out. Speaking of things that might have changed between now and then. That's loud as heck. Ugh. All right. Out. Now that we've set everything on fire, there's not a whole lot else to do around here. How about we talk to Plaisance in the next episode? Yeah, that sounds good. Ciao.